Good morning. I'm Tom Butcher of the Zero Project, and I am here today with Shanti RAGHAVAN, founder and today representative of one of Zero Project's important partners, Enable India. Today we're going to discuss unlocking the purple economy through digital public infrastructure. So, Shanti, the first question, which I'm going to fire at you.
Oh my God.
I know, I'm terribly sorry about that. As you kind of a Brit who goes shooting. Shanti,
Yes.
could you please share some of your insights regarding healthcare, which can inform our future actions in the disability sector?
Thank you so much, Tom. Great to be here. I think something that has been plaguing the disability sector has been, you look at the amazing innovations here going on at Zero Project. You're seeing the best of the best. The question I think we all are asking is, why is it that not in every street, every place, do people get access to everything? A person with disability, their family. Why is that not happening? There is a lack of abundance. There is something missing, So I don't know for what reason I went back in time and started looking at the healthcare sector, and I didn't do some great research, but I really kind of went a little bit into depth of that. And what I saw was that there's a parallel to disability. First of all, sickness was disabling before, right? I mean, Tesla, he died at 40 or whatever, right? So in the 1500s or something, or in the Dark Ages, I think, in the Dark Ages, you would go to your priest if you were unwell because you were cursed.
Yeah.
There's a parallel to that in the disability sector also, if you think about it. Cut to later, there were some medicines that got produced before the 1800s. There were some doctors. At least they started getting produced, as I'm saying it. There were a couple of hospitals also created, but you did not have a healthcare system till the 1800s. Yeah. That means doesn't that sound a little bit like disability? You have amazing pockets of innovation, but it's not reaching everybody. So what happened after the 1800s? And it would be good to know why. I don't know the reason, but I would suspect that somewhere people must have thought that, oh, that person is a patient. To enable them, poor thing. You're not thinking of them as a consumer. Enabling them does not look like something that you can make money off. Yeah. And money is not important. I think it's more to do with, but it is important because businesses run from that. So from the 1800s, you had doctors. Female doctors came for the first time into existence. You have now the pharmaceutical companies, the healthcare, the entire hospitals. I mean, you have a healthcare system. So the question here is, what we need to learn is, what will it take for us to make disability systems exactly like healthcare all over the world? Right? Yeah. Can a mother has a child with disability? The doctor's like, oh yeah, just go there, early intervention. It's not even a matter of knowing what to do. Everybody in the world faces a challenge today. Like, what do I do if? Yeah. What do I do for education? What do I do if I want to do sports as a person on a wheelchair? Yeah. Everything seems to be not known. So the healthcare systems tells us that so disability is poised where the healthcare system was 1800 years, in 1800, 300 years back. Yeah. We don't need to wait 300 years, Tom. Yeah. I think we can actually accelerate that. And that's where the word purple economy came to us. Yeah. UN calls it care economy, but purple is the color for disability. So we've got to make purple economy ours, Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. And to go, just to take one thing from that, the whole reason why one of the reasons why we set up the Zero Project is why reinvent the wheel?
Exactly.
It has been invented, as you say, in the healthcare system.
Exactly, exactly.
So let's move on to the next one, which is, could you please tell us a little about the purple economy? Because I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who really don't know much about it or the kind of some of the nuances, and also any new insights you may have, of which I'm sure there are many.
Yes, exactly. I'll just take a couple, because the last time when Deepesh, my husband and the CMD of Enable India, he's sitting there in the audience, hey, when he was there, he actually talked about how, for us, we feel purple economy started in the 16th century. That's what we believe, okay? Yeah. And by the way, it's a word we came up with, but that's not the point. It's more about the concept. So in the 13th century, eyeglasses, lenses were already invented, but it did not reach the masses. It was only with the rich people. Just see the parallel, right? You don't think of it as an industry. And after the 16th, 17th century, the eyewear industry started. It started. And because of that, both of us don't look supposedly persons like a disabled person, whereas you and I would have been considered blind in the 13th century, right? So this has lifted us out, and we are able to be the best potential that we can be, And today the eyewear industry is $147 billion industry.
I didn't realize it was that big.
It's a lot of zeros. And that means there are that many jobs being created for people without disability, with disability. I mean, every citizen, right, in the eyewear industry. So purple economy is much larger than the eyewear, obviously, right? You saw what I've talked about. Just the enablement of a person with disability, there are, according to me, just in India, at least 100 million jobs waiting to be unlocked, And this is for the enablement of the person with disability. Now, as the enablement happens, even without that, everyday persons with disability and their family are buying clothes, so adaptive clothes, or you're eating in restaurants. You're doing things that everybody else does. So, person with disability as a consumer, that's another part of the purple economy. The care also comes in, but that's a very small part. And there are reimagined jobs that we are seeing. I was just mentioning to somebody that for every person with disability to get into a school, it's a nightmare for the parent. The principals or the people there don't know how to handle it. And I can see a job called education agent, like an insurance agent, who's like, you want to get into that school? I'm going to go and do the work for you. And then they go and tell the law, they discuss the systems, something that the parent doesn't need to know. So just giving you an example of what the purple economy can be. The real insight we've had, which I'm really excited about, I'm going to tell it in a minute,
Go for it.
is that we talked to an economist. And the economist said that, any economy, and I'm kind of showing an X and Y axis while I'm speaking for the people who are blind, there's a supply curve and there's a demand curve, and I'm showing the supply curve going upward and the demand curve going downward. But till these two meet, you won't have an economy. So what do we mean by that? The supply curve being up means currently an assistive aid may cost whatever, right? Let's say 3,000 euros, right? It's unaffordable for the people who are asking for the demand. And also because the demand is maybe 100 people or 1,000 people, whereas we have more than 1 billion people with disability, right? So the demand is not knowing the supply, and the supply does not know where the demand is. This is where we realize that with technology, and not technology in general, we're talking about the concept of open networks.
Right.
For the benefit of everybody, the first open network in the world was the internet. So I think you can understand that. So if I hope you get what I'm...
Indeed.
Right? You have a website, I have a website, we don't know each other. No, an open network can take care of that. So with open networks, the demand and supply curve will meet, and eventually, therefore, the person with disability will get access or know about the supply of things and vice versa. And the beauty is, once you're in the system, everybody, you just have to get once into the system. Like when you get on a website, it's not that you only can get to that website. You could get to thousands of websites. I think that may be the best example. So what I'm here to say is, yes, now I'm sure that we don't need to wait 300 years. I know we can do it with open networks.
Well, we're going to have to continue to push them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, my third question is, I understand that you're very excited about a particular case study on a mobility app aggregator, which I don't know what an aggregator is. And can you tell us about it and what an aggregator is?
So, aggregators are like Ola and Uber. It's the fourth industrial revolution, like where Uber does not have any cabs of their own, but they aggregate all the cabs and you get, that's what I mean.
Now I understand.
So in India, we have Nammayatri, which is actually an aggregator of autos, the tuk-tuks.
Yes.
They're also going to go into cabs. And they're an open network partner. And we just felt that, how do we push this purple economy agenda? How do we make the government and everybody know that there are people with disability who are consumers? So we had an aha moment. We said that if only we can make this app purple aware, Okay?
Right.
That means maybe there are already blind folks who are using it, or deaf, or physically disabled. What if the app just knows that you are disabled and the auto driver knows the same?
Right.
So that's all we did, okay? So, and this is because you actually want to do so much in the app. Oh, let me make it this way, make it that way. No, we were like, calm down. Let's just do this one thing. Make it purple aware, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what we did. So if you're blind, you know, you can call the driver. If you're deaf, only chat is enabled and calling is not enabled.
Yeah.
And you know, etc. And the whole fleet was available. So we didn't do any modifications for a wheelchair person to the auto. We didn't do that. You know, still your beating heart, but we didn't do it because we just wanted to make it purple aware. Now, what has happened just in 3 to 4 months?
Right.
The drivers have earned $100,000 from being purple aware, and we came to know that this is what people with disability are spending already.
Yeah.
And what happens when the driver gets a purple ride? He comes to know that there's a little band.
Yeah.
He gets a little 1-minute video. See, this is practical. We can't get them into training rooms and teach them everything about disability.
Yeah.
They just need to know what they have to do with that wheelchair person. So that 1 minute is very gentle. It allows you to make mistakes. Like you'll see the guy making a mistake and says, oops, and then continues. So it makes you forgive yourself.
Yeah.
And with that, the driver is said, once they finish the ride, you're a purple champion.
Great. And do you get purple stars?
Exactly.
And you get rated by users.
So right now, the rating feature has not been turned on because we were so like purple aware.
Yeah.
But now in the next one, they can give feedback. And what we found, this is the most exciting thing. We had put one feature that, you know, blind, deaf, blah, blah, but other category. And do you require any special assistance? And that blew our mind. We were hoping that people, even with difficulties, would answer that. We didn't know. Because we know it's more than disability. Difficulty is arthritis. And that's what we found. In the data, it shows that people, you know, who have back pain, knee pain, you know, who have kidney, you know, whatever, dialysis, they have written and said, yes, I want special assistance. And then there was this lady who said, I have a newborn baby.
Yeah.
It blew our mind.
Yeah.
Which means a purple ride is all about that little extra care, nothing much. We asked the drivers, is this taking more time for you? They said, not really. No. So the purple ride is just an empathetic. So technology is helping us to be more empathetic. And by the way, we are showing the economy too.
Oh,
so
absolutely. Shanti, I've just had the 3-minute
super.
So I always come to this part, which is to ask my conversational partner.
Okay, that's me.
Yes, indeed. Would you like to make 2 or 3 points so that viewers can take away the essence, please?
I think 2, 3 things. One is, I want everybody in our sector, the disability sector, to sit up and notice what is being said about the purple economy. And I think we will want them to join this. And how do we join this is, especially in India, the digital public infrastructure movement is like, we've had people who didn't have bank accounts, 466 million bank accounts have got created just because the digital public infrastructure was there. It may not make sense to everybody right now, but what I'm saying is in India, the open network movement is on, and we will be talking to Indian partners, but DPI is going global. So this is for everybody. We have started the movement for making digital public infrastructure in India disability aware and purple aware and friendly. And I just, what we will do from this point on is talk to more and more folks in the sector. We want you to join and just understand it and know how you can benefit from it. What it'll mean to you is you will get access to more folks who need benefits, the benefits that you are providing. I want entrepreneurs out there. Hey, where are you? Artificial intelligence will not take away jobs in the purple economy. We will be generating jobs. So entrepreneur, if you're listening, you may want to join the purple economy.
Wonderful. Shanti, you heard that call for action there, entrepreneurs. Thank you very much indeed for joining us today. I'm only sorry that we haven't got another 35 minutes or 40 minutes, because I'd love to sit here and continue talking to you. But in the meantime, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of conference.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you, interpreter.
Thank you.